everyone, we are group 5. Today we are going to do a presentation related to the English and intercultural communication. So we will discuss about the Indonesian local culture with the specific area of concern is the local culture in Tehoru village, South Seram, Maluku. There are 8 points of culture in Tehoru that we will discuss in this presentation. That are value, norms, the way of life, the way of thinking, religion, language, food, and the last is custom. So for the first speaker, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, and thanks also to my friend in group 5 who have given me to the opportunity to reach the culture in my area, especially the village of Tehoru. And here I will explain a little about Tehoru village. Can be seen in the picture beside. Tehoru is a sub-district located in central Maluku and is located at the foot of Mount Binaya. An area that is rich in cultural diversity and natural world. There are many natural tourist destinations that can make anyone visiting Tehoru village amazed by their beauty. And the next slide will be explained by my friends Fairul Azhar Tombalisa.
Thank you, Amma, that had present about what is Tehoru village. So now I will explain about value and the norms. So for the value, the most upheld value in Tehoru village is customary values. For example, proposing someone's daughter. Here the tradition of upu momo is often applied, which means that the uncle of the mother of the girl who is betrayed is highly valued, so that their value is appreciated by the amount of money. The next one is norms. For the norms, the prevailing norms in Tehoru village are customary norms, as previously explained that in Tehoru village adheres to customary norms that have become custom in the village. Then there are also customary norms. Why do I say that? Because the Tehoru village, the Tehoru people still maintain the habits practiced by the previous community. For example, namely they have an accent or a way of speaking that their neighboring community does not have. And the next is the way of life will be presented by Georgina Yamko.
Okay, for the next slide about the way of life. And for the way of life, the Tehoru people adhere to the tanggang rasa and or feel caring about the work of residents.
Okay, for the way of thinking of the Tehoru people, they prefer to think about how to preserve values that are more specific to their own region or village. For example, can be seen to the picture beside. Currently, the Youth Volunteer Gallery who opened a reading garden for the younger generation to be more active in reading. And the reading garden is opened every evening in the town square of Tehoru. And the next slide will be explained by my friend Fadil Hangira. Thank you.
Okay, friends, so the next one is I will explain about the language and the religion, which is from Tehoru village. So for the language used in the Tehoru people is called tanpa nama because of global development that have entered to this region have result in this language being almost extinct and can only be found in the primitive society and the adults. So only the adults and primitive society that have not experienced globalization that know the language. So the next one is the religion. So for the religion itself, in the village of Tehoru, there are three religions adopted by community in there. So they are namely Islam, the next is Protestant Christianity, and Hinduism, which are adopted by primitive society. So friend, for the beside you, you can look the three pictures that show you about the place where the community in there will pray in there. So the first, like the mosques from the Islam, and the church from the community in the Protestant Christianity, and the last one is Hinduism to primitive society. So thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. This time I will present our presentation. So look at this screen. In this slide, I will explain about food. The staple food of the Tehoru community is not much different from other communities in Maluku, because in Tehoru village, the staple food is sago and towers. You know sago and towers? Yes, right. For not only for Tehoru, but for the people of Maluku, especially those living in coastal areas, sago is a staple food that is very easy to process and refine. Usually, they prepare sago to rice as their staple food. So, the, the next slide talking about custom. So, custom, the Tehoru people have a tradition chakolole dance with the woman wearing kabaya barefoot and men wearing beaver and salawaku clothes. And for headbands, the men use a special cloth native to the region called the Tehoru community by the name Heuju. So that's all from me, and thank you.
Okay, for the last slide about the cultural uniqueness of Tehoru, then the motion part of the Tehoru village is the way of serving food for the elderly. If the one serving is the son-in-law of the family, then she cannot sit and eat with the family, because its job is to stand beside the husband or in-laws and serve them as best as possible until the family finished eating. Only then was she allowed to eat. Thank you, Nadia.
So that's all about our group presentation. Hope you guys enjoy and gain any information from it. And tabia.